What's good? Welcome to First Shake. I am your host, LaShannon Frank. Here with my other host,
Com Bayless.
What's good, man? Week 7, we're here.
We back at it, man. You seen them games last week?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I got the tournament going on, but I'll be in there watching, going like this, left, right. I'm cheesing on the court. I'm cheesing on the 2KLeague right now.
You need like 10 screens to watch everything, boy.
I know, man. You would think with 3 I would be able to get it, but we're going to get it right.
Your Knicks out here wilding.
Yeah, Knicks is going crazy, man. So, hey, let's talk about it, man. Pandemonium in the Garden. Let's get into it, Comp. So,
I mean, what you want to get into, the clip or Idris on Twitter?
What you want to do first?
I think let's just play the clip. Which I don't even understand why this clip even called Pandemonium in the Garden. There's no need. Come on, it's just a game that you lost at. I'm spoiling it. Play the clip.
Let's play
You have to trust him to try to hit the big one. Majestic. Hot shot down the paint. He got blocked. Hyper's there. Hyper gives the Heat the 1-point lead. Look what I found. And they finally get the block. But Hyper is there to just clean up the garbage point. So you see it right here. Hot shot gets the open lane. We've seen so many points come in. Nate goes down to help on the defense, but the ball finds Hyper's hands right there on the low block. Easy scoop to go right back over top, but it's still not over. A second is plenty of time to get an open look down the paint. But now it's where you have to sit there. You have to keep chasing everybody. I'm wondering what the...
I can't make Idris escape doing that. One, they didn't set up a last play that was great.
Well, they did according to his tweets. I mean, put the tweet up on the screen. They did according to his tweet.
We got him right here. We are officially doing our Thug Dizzle with the production. Shout out to the intern, whoever they are. It changes every week, guys. One minute it be Shannon Frank on the internship, then it be Comp on the internship. But we lit, y'all. We lit. Let's get to it. So, he said, I'm on the bench this week, GG. UC Manning said, no way. And then he said, yep, no trust in me.
And
that's big.
That's super big. And he had another tweet going around where basically he was saying, it's always him throughout his entire or whatever. It's just like it's always him. He's the scapegoat. And these tweets were deleted in like 2 minutes.
That's true, but that's why we get him.
I won't be surprised if he ends up starting this week.
And there's a possibility he could be starting. He could have put pressure on them with these tweets and stuff because I'm sure they weren't expecting when you bench somebody to have him just go on Twitter and start ranting. Because, as an organization, the Knicks have been keeping everything close to home,
But you are a big corporation organization. That is little or minuscule to you as far as you're not going to feel pressured to start him off of just Twitter now. You still have some type of prestige. You understand what I'm saying? If it was if this was an NBA player, actual NBA player, who last out of the tweets, like Eric Bledsoe, for instance. I don't think Eric Bledsoe started a game ever since he said, I want out of here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's some type of ramifications for those type of things or that type of behavior. And those type of behavior don't get rewarded. So
is him playing it again a reward, or is it we want to control the narrative? We don't need bad press out there.
Ooh, so they definitely probably are trying to spin the narrative because during or after his rant, they posted a media video of his triple-double.
Exactly.
So
and they put like a little article out, a whole big yo, Idris is the guy. My opinions is, how can you sit Idris when we both watched and had a topic on it of Kuda not playing up to par pretty much for about 3-4 week span.
Yeah, Kuda starts off really slow.
And even now he hasn't really changed up or picked it up.
No. I'm saying
just
in game he starts really slow.
Yeah,
they have a system, so it's easier for him to get the passes off now.
Yeah.
But Nate's also shooting limitless on a build that shouldn't be shooting limitless out there.
He's actually it's a little crazy that he's knocking down threes in that build, but. I mean, I don't know if that's just
work
him
against
sticking
each
with that
but
jump
yeah,
shot.
I don't know.
It's a little scary because it's like,
but
you see the archetype and he's just pulling. You're like, oh God, but he's hitting a couple.
Yeah,
that's giving him confidence. The Knicks, man. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know how they cannot be worried right now because You know, now you're switching it up. You're taking out.
They have some tough games. I checked their schedule. They
got tough games coming up. And they're the only team who has consistently lost to opponents they should have technically beat.
Oh yeah,
out of everybody in the league. You know, everybody might have one or two they should have lost. Yeah, they literally lost every time, except for Warriors gaming. Mm-hmm. But every other time they've lost when it's on the line with a team that's technically considered in the league.
Definitely. They definitely gave two teams their first win.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely.
And some people think they're going to make the playoffs. Like I said here last week, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. And then you have to kind of wonder, I mean, what happens with, like, the coach in that situation, because they have a temporary coaching situation. So
if he doesn't make the playoffs, then his, long-term stay.
Yeah.
But then you bringing that up, I mean, you bring up the point. So what about the franchise tags? We don't know too much if teams are doing franchise tags or whatever.
Yeah, we don't.
We just assume.
The rumors.
Yeah, it's been rumored. So what if? So
allegedly there will be franchise tags.
So you have the duo of Goofy and Idris, right?
Yes.
But is his like Twitter type thing that's gonna deter you next year?
That would, if I'm the Knicks and I'm the brass, which is, you know, Kristen, Devin, and them. And I'm thinking about it. It might deter me because I don't want to use the word control, but I want to be able to make sure I have a player that is okay with change and okay to adapt. I need to know that you're going to let us try something without you going to Twitter being like, oh, they don't trust me. Because this sounds like a conversation and how he interpreted the conversation. So now, I don't think it came from the top. Obviously, it had to come from the coach. It worries me that he's been laying a message to him that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a little scary that he's perceiving the message as they don't have trust in him.
They don't have trust in me.
Yeah,
and it's always me. That is worrying.
As a coach, the biggest thing you have to do is be able to control egos. You know that he is the biggest personality on your team by far in terms of just, you know, the braggadocious, the hood opulence, the chains and stuff like that. So you got to make sure when you bring the narrative to him, you got to say, look, man, the best way you can help us this week is by sitting down and watching and helping us prepare X-Chem PPR. I don't know his name fully. I'm sorry. Forgive me, man. Or KPMR. I think that's what it is. XKPMR. Helping him get ready for this week's game. So, because we need you, like, and I would just be honest, like, look, we got to rotate him, man. We got to see where we can fix the leak. We're not saying you're the problem. We're saying that there is a problem. And we already took out Ye. You know, that didn't really change anything. Let's try this.
Yeah, we bought. Well put. I can do with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a process. I feel for the coach, you know, because, I mean, he said, now, I happen to be watching the Coach's Corner for Wizards game, and he was on there. He said, you know, he's been getting positive reinforcement from the Knicks.
Well, they're supposed to do that. But
and that's what I said. I think, you know, I don't think they expected not to make the playoffs.
I mean, we can't.
Not when you had the nice pick.
He's coaching a team that he didn't draft.
Exactly. And that was the mistake of the Knicks organization. They should have. I mean, we don't know if he was in the draft room. I don't know.
We don't know for sure. We don't know.
But I mean, behind the scenes stuff, I'm assuming he didn't. But, you know,
I mean, this right here sets up perfect for our second topic, the contrast, though. You rather have a player like Idris who goes to Twitter and gives the real to the fans, or you rather have a player like with the winner guy that goes and put up what some would say a facade. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I know we haven't really spoke about winner stays on so much on this show.
Yeah, you got to low-key ban him on the show, but...
Yeah, I did low-key ban him.
I ain't want to say that. I'm not going to make the executive producer this week like, look,
because people pissed me off when I posted that clip of him smiling when he was down and they wanted to come and talk about he's averaging 10 points with 5. Boy, that boy is baited. I should have actually put up a clip of him last week getting baited, not going up in the second quarter early in the Celtics game. But anyways, yeah, I didn't ban him. It's just I'd rather spend my energy speaking on real positive players and bringing stuff up instead of the same thing. But this week, unfortunately, we have to speak on him because of the tweets with his teammates.
Yes, and they were very damaging tweets in my opinion.
Let's get them up on the screen.
All right, so we got the tweets here. You don't see our faces right now because we want to make sure we can show the tweets. Universal Phenom 2K. He said, this isn't how we wanted to start the season, but still a lot of games to be played, so we have to get to work. It's now or never. We are better than what we have been showing on the court. I have my brother's backs, and I know they're ready. He had every member of the team except for, guess who? Positive stays on. Loser stays on.
Stop, chill.
Winners.
That's because there was enough character. That's all it was. There was enough character.
A character giving that knife to the back.
There wasn't enough characters to.
Now the best part is you said this, and he said that you can't tag someone who blocked the whole team.
Damn. See that's kind of tough.
That's tough.
That's kind of tough because he comes on Twitter and he has the persona, which I don't want to say is fake, but I mean the whole league probably said it already, and it's just he's a mature person, and if he preaches,
he can't be that mature. He blocked.
As I'm saying,
let's keep it a hundo.
If he preaches all this positivity from since the incident with Double D in the beginning of the year. With the they wanted to let the 6-man get a little comfortable, and Double D had to set him straight on Twitter. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, but if he preaches all this positivity, I need him to come out and be that role model that he is preaching, instead of being that person behind the scenes who is blocking his teammate. And he seems to be one of the mature ones on the team because. With all that positivity, all them positive quotes, all them whatever, you could be doing that BSing, but guess what? You actually learning when you Google them or wherever he gets them from. So he can now apply these to his
actual life
situation.
You were drafted 15. You were drafted to be a leader. But before we even get to that, just give me a round of applause, man. I mean, I've been on point. With a lot of stuff, and I've been on point with this situation. What did I say weeks ago?
But
I said nobody wants. There's no reason to be positive all the time. There's something wrong with someone who can smile and laugh and they're getting blown out by 30. Like I said, even if it didn't affect him like he claimed, it affected the teammates, and I've proven that with this set of tweets. I'm gonna go to the next tweet real quick. If you got teammates who get paid a salary to say they would give it up to not play with you, that says something.
That's speculation, though. That was a tweet in the league, though. But
that's
true.
That's speculation, but it's real. How old are you again? Do better. And he did delete this because, he's trying to make the league, so I don't want to.
Well, no, that's not why he deleted it. He just deleted it because, he deleted it. Sometimes not every information needs to be out there. It's the same thing.
No, I feel you. But, I mean, this is what I've been saying since, episode 3, week 3. I've harped on that. I said there's something wrong with his makeup. And now we have the tweet up here from, his sports agency, UMS Sports,
Sure, that's my guy.
Unique Musique Sports Agency.
What was that about? I saw like him and the coaches going at it.
Yes, because I forget. What was the original thing that sparked it?
Oh, I remember what sparked it. Okay, Zoomrock tweeted that.
Yes.
What's up with your guy?
Yes.
When it stays on.
Yes.
And someone that was in the 250 posted a question mark underneath.
Yeah.
And Brian Mazik said you shouldn't be associating yourself with this. It looks really bad.
Yeah, like he was like which is very bad.
Is it?
It's poor taste to say that out loud.
But no, he did put a question mark. The person that was in the 250.
No, I'm talking about what
what
Unique said, which was you shouldn't be associating yourself with this.
Oh.
That's for his decision. He's not saying anything negative. He just was added on it, right? And he did comment, but he wasn't. He just added on it. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if the league feels like this is a problem. You know what I mean? We don't know.
What's the problem?
When it stays on attitude towards the rest of his teammates.
I don't think the league. Well, the league knows, but I don't think.
Yeah, they definitely know.
I don't think it's like.
Well, I always want to say it's a problem because it's like. And you tell me if I'm correct or what you think.
He got a whole article on it the other day. What? Tell me though.
But it goes into character, which is what he got drafted for, and what he made his whole run from the minute of the 250 all the way to now is, like you said, positivity, things like that. So you find out Mr. Positive has blocked his teammates.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
And he's a number 15 pick, but we gotta talk about it because
no, I understand. So I'm not complaining.
Let's read Mr. Mazeek's tweet. He said, "Dude, first off, you're jumping to mad assumptions, and second, I could care less about what you won't let slide. Who are you, homie?" Sometimes he gotta control it. Like sometimes
Who, Brian?
Yeah, like sometimes he just let it go, and
you know what it is?
The platform he has to control it.
No, you know what it is?
You should be studying tapes on how to stop Walnut and not tweeting me on a Sunday morning.
Oh, that's what he told Jonah.
Jonah, yeah.
I mean, you see, the thing is, Brian, he received so much.
But he put himself in that position by not being knowledgeable.
By not being knowledgeable, everyone's allowed to make mistakes.
Yes, but you also have to be knowledgeable. You can't boost people up, and then they be the reason.
But then he I don't want to say he made amends, but he said, okay, he's gonna watch comp games, he's gonna do this. Like, we can't hold him to that. Oh,
is it too late now for that?
We can't hold him to.
So the process might be different.
We can't hold him to.
Just saying.
Winner stays on. We can't hold him to.
Why can't we? We know for a fact he promoted winner stays on for that spot.
Bro, everyone makes...
Now, we're not saying the franchise... It's not on his fully. Franchise didn't have to draft him.
Like we said.
But if I'm Lane Winnicott and I'm not in the community, and all I'm hearing from the main voice that everybody claimed was the voice of this process was him, and you're hearing that voice say, this is the guy you want if you want to carry the guy. That can play the game.
But winner stays on... Could have fooled. Winner Stays On could have fooled a million people.
He did. He only fooled one. He only had and that's the problem with it. This is the problem with it, and this is why I had a problem with it when it happened. It's because I remember clearly Zoom Rock and all of them were doing mock drafts. Not a lot, but I remember they did one, and Morocco came out and they were, don't do any more. We don't need 1,000 mock drafts. And I remember I was on everybody. I was hollering at everyone. Call them. I said, don't listen to them. Do as many mock drafts as humanly possible so that you can get a full spectrum of players. So people know from who should be in, who shouldn't be in, outside of the process. Which means outside of the combine and that nature. Because you can't get for the people like a Lane, the people like the guy from the Magic who were in it but not really in it, they have to have something to. Now I don't think things should
and there's something with Brian, but you can't hold Brian accountable for his opinion.
He didn't do his due diligence as a reporter. He didn't do his due diligence because everybody in the community knew. So let me ask you this, Comp Games. Your name is Comp Games.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it stays on in any Comp Games?
Listen, man.
There you go.
Listen.
I mean, unless you following Walk On Pro, there's Walk On Pro and Comp Game. Wait. Is there Walk On Pro and Comp Game?
Listen, man, I'm chilling.
I got him swimming today. No. I'm gonna make him feel that fire.
It's no fire. I just don't want to talk about when it's But what I'm saying is that I think we should forgive Brian Mazeek.
No, I've already forgiven him. We've had our little. I don't know if you remember one week in the there was a blowout. I think Matt Favre's Grizzlies had a Grizz game had a blowout.
Oh yeah, you spoke to him about it?
Yeah, me and him was going back and forth on it in the Twitch chat. I don't remember which blowout it was, but it was one of the early ones, and we came to an understanding. It wasn't like no beef or anything. Two grown men having a conversation. And he admitted then. He was like, look, man, I made a mistake. Like,
it happened.
He's like, but he also said I shouldn't have to be tied to it. But that's what happens.
He said that, right? Yes. Oh, what am I saying here?
But that's what happens when you make draft lists and then you're promoting people that the community is telling you is not worthy of that
saying
slot.
He should have. But you see, the thing was,
you have to listen.
So the thing was, we have such like a troll community though.
Yeah.
He doesn't know when to take it seriously and when not to. So,
but that's why he should have did
that side.
He should have did his homework.
But no, at that side, like like he's like, oh, these guys are just saying negative things. It's not them. But Winner has his walk-on side maybe, or just his character. Like his character could have fooled anyone.
It's still fooling people because I can't. Like I'm blown away by he blocked his teammates. But I knew something was up. What I said? Remember there was one game. The game that he didn't make it. They didn't let him come to New York. What did he say in the chat?
Oh yeah, he was at the
I
gym.
came in. Oh, I just came to say what's up. Basically troll. And he said, I'm going back to work out. I'm like, you going to work out?
And then he had deleted sign or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't sound like, that doesn't sound like he trying to be winners.
I hope it's the last time. Unless it's something positive about him, I hope it's the last time.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to implore when it stays on. Please, man, unblock your teammates if you have not already.
I'm sure he did. Get right with them. Make it right.
Get right with them.
Oh, yeah, he posted like a whole paragraph about how...
Get right with your skill gap. Don't mess up this opportunity now. I think he thought, sometimes people think, oh, making it is the battle. Making it is just the beginning. And he didn't realize that. I think he realized, oh, if I just make it and just fake the positivity, I'm not saying he is, I'm just saying that's what it feels like, and not worry about skill and being one of the best players on the court for my team.
Okay. All right.
I'm
going to get into it right.
I'm just saying, man.
It's going on for too long anyway.
Yeah,
so Wednesday Dunk goes on Twitter and he posts his Elite 3 Pro-Am clips against Elite 3 teams, Elite 3 screenshots. He posts his walk-on screenshots of averaging 20, 20, and 20. So you can tell the difference between his league play and what's comp and what he views as comp on Twitter. It's okay. He doesn't have the skill gap. He wants to make up for it. Allow him. I just hope he's positive, whatever's going on. Leave when it stays on alone. It's just annoying. Like his teammates should leave him alone. Actually, I just think.
You really think so?
I would leave him alone.
So let me ask you this:
it's a facade. You leave it alone. You don't attach yourself to fake stuff. You don't try to figure out fake stuff. You just move away and move accordingly. React accordingly.
So let me ask you this: do you think Winner Stays On should play any more games in this season? It's proven that
if his skill is there, if he has a skill to do it.
Now, do you think, and this is just me asking personal, do you think he's working on his skill? I mean, he has a lot of stuff going on.
I think he's working more on putting out an image than his skill, though I think he is working on his skill. But he's right now at the moment, I think he's thinking of what's the next positive tweet I can tweet, maybe.
Exactly. So, another question on that, and this will be my last question. Do you think Ryan and Zeke had a role in that?
Had a role in what?
In him focusing more on persona and
no, I think he was I think he was a persona guy before. Okay, finish it.
Because if I made it to the 15 pick by making the world seem like I'm just this ultimate teammate, ultimate character guy, this will carry me through to the end of the season. I don't have to be skillful because I already made it. And if the process is the same next year, I can be right back there.
He always wanted to prove himself against the people that they consider comp. He wanted to change their methods and stuff like that. I remember when he was playing with them and stuff like that. He was moving around a lot. He wanted to change the way they play. I definitely remember that. He wanted to be considered. He wanted to battle with these dudes. You know, it just the harsh realities of when you get there and you aren't. You are baited. You're baited.
You think the issue was he wanted to be great, and then when he got in there, they was like, "Oh, he's not good enough to play the PG," and they try to move around, and it affected him. Cause that could be real. That could I can see that. If I know I'm drafted 15th, and I want same thing with Guna. I want to be able to figure it out. And then give me the opportunity to figure it out.
And then shout out to Guna, he's getting the opportunity. But
they are doing everything in their power to get Guna up to speed at PG.
I don't know.
And I don't know. I can't really say if Grizz Gaming is.
They're
in a different situation because they're getting smacked every game.
It could be exactly what you just said though, because he did tweet out before the game like, "Oh, it's me versus Fab again. This is what I wanted on game one. This is what everyone wanted. You know, him versus Celtics game, him versus Fab, and he wasn't at the PG for it, so." Anyway, man, this is turning into a Winner Stays On episode, man.
Well, we had to get into it because it's a big topic.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I mean, you out here bamboozling.
I guess he did break the internet or whatever.
He was out here bamboozling.
Did you see them 2KLeague houses over the weekend?
I saw the Toronto one, but another one did pop up on my timeline.
Orlando popped up. Heat popped up. We already saw the Kings. We already saw the Wizards. Some of them cribs looking dope, man.
I'm happy I thought they already kind of figured out they house it, or maybe.
Oh no, they've been figured out. It's not that it's being promoted.
Now it's being promoted as a thing.
Yeah, it's being.
I like what Toronto did, naming the house and all of that. I would love to know where it's at because I've been.
Would you rather?
I know that's just not downtown Toronto.
Would you rather live in a house or would you rather live in like the apartment?
No, I'd rather live in a house. House you can bring together people faster. Cause you have to work together. You have to do chores. You gotta lean on each other.
They got maids, man.
We don't know that.
Them rooms was clean. Them rooms was too clean.
We don't know what the structure is.
Them rooms was clean. Listen,
we don't know what the structure is.
But, we don't. But I don't know. The apartment complexes look.
When you're in a house, it's like being on your own. You gotta lean on each other.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
I mean,
as opposed to apartment complex, like I think, and then forgive me once going backwards on the Knicks again, but I think that's part of the problem too. Like I think that's
an interesting take.
You know why I'm gonna say this? Because with Utah, they have apartments and they're split, but because the
Heat have single,
they have a great team dynamic. It works. And maybe that's because they have a lot of older people on their team.
The Heat have single. The Magics have single.
Think about that. You ain't named a good team yet.
The Magic have single.
Name me a team with a winning record. I'll wait. That has single apartments.
The Wizards have single. I mean, single, and then they double up.
Split.
But the Heat have single. I think. But yes, Wizards have single.
I'm still waiting for you to name a good team.
Who the Celtics got? I don't know what the Celtics got.
I don't know what the Celtics got.
I see it. But
you haven't named a good team. Matter of fact, I think we've seen the Celtics. They live together, I believe. I remember seeing a video with Fab. I have to double check. Don't quote me 100%.
Philly have the full. But what about the Kings? The Kings aren't like super. I heard the Kings about to be crazy though. I heard they about to be nice. Anyways though.
No, they got a new coach, I believe, right?
No, they've been had them from the. Oh, okay. They've been had them, yeah.
But I know they're working with some new things.
No, I'm talking about I heard because of the way the game is set up now. But that's.
Oh, the way that. Yes, we're gonna get to that because you keep talking about this. Week I've been hearing this. Wait.
I don't know about it. They didn't give me some pass notes. Let's get into Let's get into sportsmanship though. We're gonna shout out to Sick this weekend. Sick and Hood. Sick is glitchy. Hood is the #1 player in the world.
Oh really? Because you wasn't saying that.
No. I'm talking about like to the world.
Okay. Because I'm about to get in there.
Woo! No. I was saying that. I was saying the emphasis.
Free smoke.
No, I was saying the emphasis is like, whoa. It's like he's really a star. That's all I was saying, really.
All right.
But Sick, shout out you for being able to run the point guard this weekend against the Heat and blowing them out.
Definitely.
That was unexpected.
Can I sidebar real quick like I do?
Sure, if you want.
Can you admit now that Heat check gaming is on the clock? That's why I have the hat on. I want to make sure I have a constant reminder to you, sir.
But no, if they went on to it, they would have been on clock. You said your words, not my words.
I'm just saying. I mean, they got losing record.
They just gotta find their identity. That's all. They gotta.
They took
they have a losing.
They still losing.
They have a losing record by 1 L. If
so, wait. You have them making the playoffs?
That playoff is too tight for me to say. I have to see every single game. It's too tight at the end. It's too tight. At the bottom, it's too tight.
I'm gonna make you sick to a hard decision. I'm gonna play devil's advocate right here. Is Grizz gaming blank the playoffs? Or the Magic? Or
Grizz no.
Or the Warriors.
Grizz no. Magic maybe. Warriors.
All right. So did the Heat beat any of those teams that they played that I've named?
Yes, they beat the Grizzlies by 1. I was saying that.
By 1 on luck.
Yes, they beat the Warriors when
luck. No, that was a blowout.
They blew them out.
They blew them out. What did I tell you?
They scrimmage against the Magic often. So, I mean, it's just depending on the scheduling that they have coming up.
Yeah.
A few of those teams
don't get me wrong. I love favorites.
No, that
teams,
8, 9,
but
and 10.
I gotta be real.
That 8, of course. No, I'm talking about that 8, 9, and 10 spot.
Yeah.
it was really too tight. Like, I need a little
But
bit
they're
more
not even
separation.
in that race, right?
No, they are. They are.
Because the Knicks are 12, or they might be ahead. They might be ahead.
Yeah, they're like right. That's what I'm saying. That 8, 9, 10 spot is too rough at the moment because it's like one separates them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could probably say, okay, the Heat's not gonna win the next tournament, whatever it's called. It's not called the tournament. I forgot the ticket.
Officially, they're in the 12th spot, which means
they're in the 12.
They're three or four slots away.
But are they tied with 2 people above? Mention that.
They are.
Okay.
They're tied with even the 8th slot team, which is Wizard District.
So if they're tied with the 8th slot team,
So they
can't be on the clock.
They all technically fight for the 8th spot.
Nobody's on the clock except for the people below the 12th spot at the moment.
All right, so you're saying Raptors, Pacers. We already know Pacers on the clock. Knicks game.
Are Pacers still on the clock though? Because
they're turning
now
it
they have to.
Yeah, they're turning it around. They've actually listened to us. They respected the clock. I wish I see. You always do this to me. I wish I had the Periscope. The Cody responded to me directly and said, "Yes, we realize we are on the clock and we are making a change." And they started winning right after that.
Yo, you can have it. Yo, you can have it,
Boo Payner, you was in the shout out to the homie Boo Payner. You was in there. You know what I'm talking about, Boo.
You can have it. You can have it.
Warriors game, man, I'm confused because they had a great showing in the turn, and then it just went from there to like back to the regular. But the coach will figure it out. I still think he's a great coach.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, I think he'll figure it out. It's just hard to game plan the way he has to game plan, and they only can play the king.
I mean, why we're on the Heat? The Heat.
Please.
They No, I was gonna segue because the Heat got blown out by the Cavs by Sick and Hood. Seeing Sick at that point guard, I didn't go back to that. That was amazing. Anyway, but they got blown out. But we had another blowout on the same weekend slate, whatever, and that was Pistons versus the Mavs,
which was
unexpected. They sat. Who did they sit? They sat somebody. I forgot his name.
I think it was unexpected because
no, it wasn't unexpected. But they sat.
You talk about the 4th best team in the league, which is Pistons. At that time,
yes. they were the 4th. They blew them out like crazy, bro. When I say they blew them out crazy, man, play the clip. You got to see.
Yeah, let's play that clip.
It actually. How can I put it? I've never seen Dime's trash talk up by 6.
I promise you. Dave Fry with a verse jam.
Right now as we speak. I remember this. Dimes was talking.
Since we're on that
Dave
subject.
Fry was up. What you see right now, I think this is Hazard. Hazard was up.
Bro, Hazard was 2 for 9 talking trash.
Talking crazy. Like he out here dropping 30 bombs.
Bro, people said that. I don't know. People saying that's bad sportsmanship. I don't think it's bad sportsmanship only because
people was going crazy.
I think we in the participation era or some whatever era we're in.
Yeah.
It's just soft. That's my opinion. Humbly.
Definitely.
You know, but Dimes, when Dimes made that floater and Dimes said float, that was a little too much for Dimes.
It just was weird to see.
It wasn't cringy. It wasn't cringy, but it was cringy because it was just so late in the game. I just didn't expect.
It was crazy to see Dimes talk like that
in the 4 up by that much.
Yes.
It was crazy to me up by that much.
But if you know anything about Dimes, he gets a lot of the fire from other teams. Because he done one pick. He's considered the face of the league for right now.
So
he gets a lot of that.
So these type of matchups, he looks forward to.
Yeah, especially if they was talking in the hotel that night before.
And that's what it is. You know, I'm sure the Pistons were jeering them up way beforehand. And this is just a lesson for the Pistons, you know.
Yeah, stop talking in hotel rooms. Please.
It's just a lesson.
But if I'm the Pistons, and I'm going to be honest with you, Comp, I would have been talking in the hotel room. We're the 4th best team.
Yeah, the Pistons.
I don't expect them to lose that game.
Me either. I thought they were gonna.
Yeah,
I don't know if I picked them to win, but I thought I thought they were.
I didn't expect them to lose that game.
I think they benched somebody. I just don't.
They did bench somebody. I don't remember exactly. They did bench someone.
They benched someone. But it was interesting to see, man. But for those saying that was bad sportsmanship, you need to. I don't want to say man up. That's toxic.
I'm not gonna lie to you. But do I think it was bad sportsmanship? No. Did it feel like that on Twitch? Yes. It felt like that. It was like,
so the camera shots. The camera shots made
I was like, y'all ain't gonna stop. Like, y'all killing them.
I can rock with that.
Times like Florida, Dave Fry getting already played. Hazard getting up 2 for 9.
2 for 9.
It started to feel like bullying. It was like, come on, man. You got. bang your chin down, bang your chin down. So you kept hearing it. It was like
that coach like to bang his chin too much. Gotta humble him. Come on, man.
I'm all for it.
Rainbow like to bang his chin too much. They had to humble.
I'm all for it, but it did feel heavy in the chat.
In the chat, you said, okay.
On stream, it felt heavy. It felt like you was bullying. It was like, yo, come on, man. Let them breathe, man. You got the W. Sometimes it's sportsmanship versus, don't
ever let up. If you a lion, you a lion, man.
But there's ways to not let up.
Don't let up. If you a lion, you a lion. They ask for it. They ask
you a
for
question.
It. But be careful poking your enemy too much, though.
That's what I'm saying. If your opponent is mentally defeated, it's the art of war. You're supposed to stomp them through the ground. But they were stomped through the ground. Let them die. They're dead.
Rainbow from New York, right? He's from Brooklyn. He not mentally defeated. He needed a little bit more.
And I would agree with you that if you give Rainbow any kind of room to start talking, that's going to boost that team. So maybe that's what they're thinking. We got to keep the devil down the hole.
Exactly. Next thing you know,
with that logic, you're right.
Next thing you know, they get a little run in the fourth quarter. They be like, oh, we bounce back in the fourth. No, they said we bounce back in the fourth. Let's take that to the next game. Now we're gonna kill y'all for the rest of the year.
True.
Because guess what? I think they lost the game after that. They played another one. So come on, man.
So you're right. I mean, we don't know how we can make it not look so bad on Twitch. It's just what it is. But I do think you're right. The
other team gotta be competitive. That's all.
Yeah, like you have to use your weapons. That's your weapon. Your mouth in this league is very much your weapon.
Boys is fragile. Boys is fragile.
Soften the shirt on my next door neighbor. Simple.
Well, I'm hearing about this patch though, Frank. I have
Please get into this because you've been talking about this.
I have no idea about it. All I see was
you keep saying it's a patch.
Just for the people at home, all I see is pure rims are nerfed. Sharp lock might be useful. Shooting has gotten a big buff. Meaning. Shout out O'Larry. I see you was ahead of the curve with that. What you had, the post rebound out.
Are we giving him credit? I heard him say he gave himself a lot of credit for a lot of the stuff.
Probably he did start the PRM, but
I give him credit for that.
And the post rebounder that he's running now, he was ahead of the curve before he got patched. He had a whole week before he got patched.
But we don't know officially.
We don't know if that. We're gonna find out Friday 6 p.m. or whenever the league starts Friday.
What Dirk said, it could be, but we don't know for sure.
No. These are words from the player's mouth.
We need the app that let us know these things.
We definitely do need every patch note because League of Legends would have had that out ASAP. So we definitely need patch notes.
But yes, go ahead, continue.
But it's just great to see that the league is updated. So
what's supposed to be the new meta? Let's say because we
don't know. We guessing. Me and you gonna be guessing. So I'm gonna think it's a lot of shooters. So there's no pure ram. If shooters is up, then that weak Sharp Lock is lit again.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't know if I wanted to change.
Because then it's gonna be 5. But you know what? You know what? You was complaining, not you, but like people like you complain about the 5 out. But guess what? They have the same amount of people like you that complain about the mashing. It's just hard to please people.
I think styles are styles.
And you have to respect styles. As long as it doesn't become a monkey
There's a lot of different styles in the league right now. More than there will be if the 5 out is, if shooting is good and you can 5 out. Because everybody's going to run to that.
I definitely agree. Styles is styles, and we have to stop the monkey see, monkey do.
And that's my only issue. It's the monkey see, monkey do.
And that's it. Like, I have no problem with the team running 5 out. I have no problem with the team mashing. I have no problem as long as it's your identity and what you drafted for.
Exactly.
Speaking of drafts, Adam Silver came up right after the NBA draft.
Yeah, that was lit. That was amazing. See him back again, hanging out with teams, talking.
And he dropped something important, too. Let's play the clip. He dropped an important announcement.
Let's play that.
Why did the NBA want to get involved in esports?
I think we wanted to get involved in esports, but 2K in particular, because being here this evening, seeing these young men play this game, I mean, that's why, to see the passion behind basketball. To us, it was more than esports. It was the fact that basketball was being played. And I think what differentiates this game, this 2K game, from other esports games is if you're a basketball fan, you don't have to be a gamer to look at that screen and know exactly what's going on. This is basketball. That's why we love it.
Now, you did the draft last night, but you're also involved in our draft here in the league, and you mentioned it. The passion, the excitement, both these communities are dreams coming true. What's the parallel you see between your league and this league over here?
You know, I unfortunately in your draft I only got to do dimes. I only got to do the first pick. Next year I'm coming back to do all the picks.
Well, Brendan Donahue likes to hog the mic a little bit.
I know, but I'd say the parallel is I met a lot of these young men at the draft, and the opportunity to talk to them. What I don't think I was expecting it's not all that different than the young men who come up on the stage and shake my hand at the NBA draft. It's people who are chasing a dream, who are passionate about the sport, who are obviously the very best in the world at what they do. So, to me, it's at the end of the day, it's basketball, it's passion, it's seeing people do what they love, and look at the fan base that we're building around this game as well. And for anyone who doesn't understand the athletic ability that goes into it, and like the question, are these athletes? These are athletes. I mean, in many ways, what they're doing here is much harder. I mean, it requires, so much thinking and skill at once. It's quite amazing.
Well, when you think about this whole setup here, it was just in folks' mind for a few minutes, but now that everything's built out, you've been able to tour around what we have here in New York City. What do you think of the whole thing?
Well, first of all, for the people who are watching this, go to our website. You can come and be in the studio audience here. So I recommend
for free.
For free. I should add that too. I mean, and it's 10 minutes from Manhattan. I mean, it's quite easy to be here on Roosevelt Island. And I'd say also it's spectacular. It's state-of-the-art in every way. I mean, just look around what we have here. It's pristine. It's beautifully done. There are locker rooms. There's a green room. There's a skybox upstairs to watch it. There's great fans in the seats here. So what's not to love?
What's the future? Where do you guys see this thing going?
I see, Brendan and I were just talking about it. I think that, we started with 17 teams. We're moving to 30 NBA teams, and then we're going to have the opportunity to add teams from around the world. I think that we've already had conversations with our partner, Tencent in China, about adding a China division. We've been talking to Latin America. We're talking to teams in Europe. I think that what we have the opportunity to do here is something that we can't do in the NBA. We're limited geographically because of plane travel. Here we can have teams from around the world coming to compete. And also what I love about this opportunity is in the NBA, look, you have to have a certain body type for the most part to play in the NBA. And I think that the universality of this game, that you can love basketball, you can be roughly any size, and you can, if you're willing to put the time and the commitment into this and you have the skill, you can compete in this league. So the fact that it's accessible to everyone and everyone around the world, that's our dream for this league.
Hopefully folks were listening.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, Silver. I mean, expanding international team.
Well, let's dissect
So
it
it's a future.
frame by frame.
Okay.
First thing he said was there will be a draft next year and he will be announcing all the picks. So that's a big something that we did not know. People was confused if it was going to be a draft. So that means it's going to be a process. Mm-hmm. That means it's going to be a process.
Oh, there was no doubt there was going to be a process, though.
Well, a lot of people didn't know for sure.
Process,
No, but let's get into it. So, are you ready to play NBA 2K League China team, dog? The Shanghai Knights?
I don't play 2K. I'm sorry. Listen.
Are you ready to play the Shanghai Knights?
Listen, my team not playing the Shanghai Knights because that's a flood. But shout out to Shanghai Knights and whatever other international teams.
Because that's what it's going to be. They're going to take those type of CBA teams.
And bring them over. I mean, that's so interesting. I'm just waiting to see the impact. And then imagine probably 20 years from now, these teams have their own facilities where you're flying to their game and they have fans that are in and out of the facilities.
So that's how we know, not to cut you off, that what we was talking about last week, where it's going to be satellite games, because we're not bringing China to New York every week. That's a damn 2-day flight. So we're not going to be doing
jet
that.
lag.
Yeah, so we know at some point there's going to be satellite games where people will be going to people's homes and studio versus studio.
But this is big, man. This is set up for Barclays, MSG.
This is what the NBA wanted to do with the real NBA, but can't really figure it out.
Fly them in for MSG, Barclays. This is going to be crazy.
This is going to help, and the international people are going to make it bigger, because
this is going to be.
If we get a China team, China, everything with terms of computers and technology, they love it. So the fan base gonna be crazy. You can wear your little, the Ling sneakers or the whatever the thing that Klay Thompson always wears that he gets.
I thought you were talking about Marbury shit. Oh,
yeah.
Dwayne Wade got one too.
Yeah, D-Wade got the one. Wade and all that. But yeah, I think what he said for people who don't understand, he said a lot of information in that.
He really did.
So if you didn't watch it again. he's let us know it's going to be a draft.
He will be on stage announcing the draft to shake your hand.
Yeah, everybody this year.
But
which it does negate.
Wait, if it's a draft.
It does negate.
Wait, hold on. If
power
it's a draft, you think it negate that?
Well, it's like even with the NBA draft, who did the first round? David Stern and Adam Silver did the second. If he's doing it, he said he's doing every pick.
No, of the first.
Oh, the first round? Because he didn't specify, but we're assuming most likely yes, most likely the first round. Yes, you're probably right. Most likely the first round.
Hopefully. But I mean, they didn't. They're definitely gonna be franchise tag. Cause I can't see Dimes getting drafted #1 again next year.
No, they're gonna be franchise tag. They cannot have Dimes go to another team after they pumped him up for the whole.
And imagine if he won with them. You know, he has to be able to.
That's why I think they gotta figure it out better.
I think they just figure it out. They just haven't
told us yet. I think they just need to have an expansion draft. Everybody stay what they stay with. Now, I do think if you're like a Grizz Gaming, before I was very adamant about they should keep the L that they created, but now seeing the situation play out.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I would say let them. The teams that wanna, teams should have an option to join into expansion draft. So they should be like, okay, look, I'm willing to put my players back in to get players back, but they have to put the whole team because.
The whole team?
Well, I say
you can't franchise tag 2 and put 3 back.
If you do that, how do you draft? Like, oh, will you have? Okay, you can't start drafting until round 3. Like that'd be weird. You get what I'm saying? Like, because you already have players. You already have your first pick, your second pick. That would
interesting to see how they feel.
That's why I say you have to throw your whole team back in and then redraft. So I mean that makes the most sense to me.
But then you don't want people keeping their whole teams either though, because some people need to get, not saying some people need to get dropped, but some people, you understand what I'm saying?
Need to go through the process again. Yeah,
some people need to, field different offers in different teams. You understand?
No, you're right.
You could have that one bad apple and you have to end up sending your whole team back.
True.
So they just gotta figure it out.
They gotta figure it out. And I'm sure. I guess it's cool to have somebody jump in the third round. Like you got your first 2 picks already. Like.
Hopefully, they're able to retain more than 2 players. Some teams, and it's up to the team's digression how many players they want to.
Yeah, retain. I think the way I said it, that's the best way. The teams that want to keep their whole team can keep them. The teams that want to re-enter,
but then again, people are always looking for new talent. So
it'd be interesting. Someone like, certain teams like maybe like Cavs, are they going to redraft or like it'll be dope when we get to that point.
It's gonna be dope to see the format and how it is, cause it's
we'll be doing first shakes around that time.
Yeah, we definitely will.
We will. Like as long as there's content provided,
as long as the league is gone,
we'll be doing first shake.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have shows talking about that, especially when information is dropping. You'll probably hear some Twitter clips come out and stuff, but
definitely. Let's get to your MVP tracker though.
Yes.
Even though we should have cut it off this week, but
we should have, because a lot of my MVPs had bad runouts today. But it's okay. But I gotta still keep the same energy.
All right, no. If you come back with the same list, we
I'm coming back with the same list.
Okay, say the outro.
Let's just wrap this week because I'm coming with the same list.
You come back with the same list, say the outro.
Because I'm still sticking. See, my thing is I gotta ride with the winners.
I'm bringing my list 2 weeks from now.
Alright, so I'm gonna hold the list.
No, you out of pocket. You putting the same people. You out of pocket.
I'm gonna hold my list.
You've had to hold the same 8 all year.
I'm gonna hold my list, and I'll make sure to have. I will start moving the scale. I just don't like to do it. I feel like the people are where they are. So, but
say your outro, man. Let's go.
It's your boy, LeShannon Frank. First take. We gonna get back on schedule. Comp's been very busy. I've been very busy. Yeah, he's doing his thing. We will try to get these videos. We've been talking. Hopefully, starting next week, back on a Thursday schedule.
What are we on? Oh, we on.
Because it's
drop
today,
on like Friday and then Saturday.
Yeah, we've been dropping all over the place, and I know people been asking.
As long as you're dropping weekly, though.
Yeah, I know people was asking because like they was feeling like they're looking forward to it on Thursday.
Thursday.
So we're like comp schedule kind of freed up a little bit. Mine's got a little more hectic because of the tournament, but we're gonna figure it out and we'll get that back on schedule. And but yeah, I mean. We hit 100 subscribers. I mean, without really doing anything crazy in the streets. What I mean by crazy, like marketing, promoting, or anything like that. We just been, because we've been so busy, we just been putting out the show.
Congrats to us, man.
Yeah, it's a milestone. We able to, So now we got an official.
Might drink some water tonight.
Yeah, we got an official
Toast.
YouTube now. YouTube.com/firstshake. So that's lit.
That's dope.
I'm out. You got any last
That's
words?
it, man. Campbell's, we out, boy. Next week, see us next week Thursday.
Boom!
At 6 p.m.
Boom! You out here dropping
hot
takes.
21.
Gangsta
I sent my bitch to the store because we ran out of soda.
What?
Bitch, I'm trying to cook this YOLO. 100 round drum on the bottom of that shit. Chop a nigga down like a fucking lawnmower. AK-47 around my motherfucking shoulder.